Okay, everybody, welcome in. Today I'm going to go over G.I. Joe Classified Ripper. As I said in my buzzer review, I really love the Dreadnoughts. They are really awesome. I always thought, a wrecking crew in Cobra was just the coolest thing. And I know a lot of people do not like the Dreadnoughts. They think they're stupid and it's a dumb idea and da da da. Well, I don't. So I got a little excited when the Dreadnoughts were coming. And we get Ripper. So, Ripper's a fun character. He got in trouble in nursery school for extorting candy. Did you know that one? Did you know that their names of the Dreadnoughts were Tom, Dick, and Harry, and Inkum, Blink, and Nod? Yeah, look up their Fox Park songs. I know. It's like these odd things about these characters. It seems like nobody knows about them. So, Ripper just basically was motivated by greed from day one, and he's gotten worse. And that works for me. That's a cool character. I mean, he's a bad guy, so that works. Now, how did he get mixed up with Zartan and all that stuff? Up to interpretation, but I just dig that there's this guy who just has no moral compass and just says, screw it, I'm out for me, who is a part of the bad guy team. Because, I'm tired of villains that you try to understand. I like villains who are just nasty. I mean, a few of those sprinkled in helps make those that you understand a lot more understandable. And as far as the figure goes, I mean, the paint looks pretty good. I do not like the way he looks without his glasses. I don't know. Somebody said he's got a glass eye or something. I'm like, why? Why does Ripper have a glass eye? Forget it. I just put the glasses on. I was like, oh, the glasses stay. Somebody walked over. Somebody called up Mattel and said, hey, how do you guys do that? Thanks. And then came back and did it on Ripper. They couldn't do that on Buzzer, but they did it on Ripper. Anyway, I think he looks cool with the glasses on. That's a really awesome look for him. And, I like the overlay. I like all the spikes on the gauntlets and the armband and on the bandolier maybe. Maybe you call it. He's got some pretty cool accessories too, but I'll get to that in just a second. And the paint seems pretty good. I will say the camo on the shirt is a little too dark. You actually can't see it. But minor complaint. Now his articulation again, typical classified, because I mean that's where he's at. He's in the classified line. It's all the same as we all know. Now, very interesting on him versus Buzzer. He does have pinless legs and pinless arms. So, for some reason, Buzzer had pins in his legs. I don't know why. I don't understand these decisions. I don't get them. And we'll just move on. Okay. So now to the accessories. And here, we don't have a bunch of bent stuff. I mean, how did they... I don't know how they can do this in the same way. Now, this plastic is soft, but it's not the gummy plastic we've been getting. So that's a plus. He's got a cool blade with some brass knuck handle on it. He's got a gun knife, I like to call it the knife. And I don't like it. I mean, I think it looks a little weird. Just the way it's shaped, I'm looking at it, well, where the bullets go. But you can holster it, and it's not that big a deal. I like the idea of it, and I like that they tried to, incorporate edged weapons into all of his stuff. But that's okay. Now, the big accessory everybody's going on about is the Jaws of Life, which more like the Jaws of Ripping, but okay. And, I mean, yeah, it's okay. I used to kind of like how the air compressor was on his backpack in the original figure, and then, he'd carry it around. Um, but I can see having a gas powered one too. Little. It's a little oddball and a few flaws, but it's not as bad as the chainsaw issue with the exhaust port on the trigger. I mean, that was so stupid. Anyway, yes, I'm not going to let that go. The jaws move open and close together. They obviously have a tooth wheel in there, so that's cool. I do feel like Ripper doesn't come with as many accessories. The big accessory for me, and I noticed I watched a couple of reviews because I was getting anxious for Ripper. I noticed a lot of reviews gloss over this, but his gun, which is his most prominent thing. I mean, in the comic and in the cartoon, you almost never saw these jaws alight. You always saw that damn gun. I mean, that damn gun with that crazy bayonet. It was just awesome and wild, and I mean, that was his main weapon. I mean, go back and look. I mean, that was his main weapon. And it looks pretty cool here. It's got a removable mag. Where's a clip? Who cares? You know what I'm talking about. And it looks pretty badass. I do dig it. That was always one of my favorite features about Ripper when I was a kid, was his gun with the crazy bayonet. I love that bayonet. I thought that looked so crazy and wicked. That to me just made Ripper shine. So unlike Buzzer, he has cool accessories. His sunglasses even fit on his face, and I have yet to make them fall off. That loose torso, he's got a slightly loose torso, but it's not as bad as Buzzer's. I can get him to move a little bit, not enough to where you can notice him jiggling on camera. I tried a couple of times. It wouldn't work. So that's a plus. And of course, scaling. He's classified. Scales him just like every other classified figure. I think he should be a tiny bit taller, because I always perceived Ripper as being a little bigger than the other two. He was much more brawny, I thought. But okay. I know back in the Valor vs. Venom days, I know they made Ripper seem a lot bigger, so I actually would use that Ripper much of the time, just because he seems so much bigger than the other Dreadnoughts. And I thought that was a cool thing. So, it may be carryover from that. But then again, by that rationale, Road Pig should be even bigger or something. Maybe I'm wrong. So, really, this figure is fantastic, which makes Buzzer more infuriating. Because you want Buzzer, Ripper, and Torch. I mean, okay, maybe you don't, but I do. Okay? I want the Dreadnought. I want them, to kind of have a uniform thing going on. And they don't. And it's infuriating that Buzzer has this good quality, awesome accessories that aren't bent up and that work. And Buzzer has a decent sculpt, but accessories that are bent and glasses that don't work. I mean, the inconsistency of quality there is just off the charts. And these guys are on the same team. They're on the same sub-team. They should be somewhere equal. And, I can't say enough how much it's like really kind of bugging me that they aren't. Still, I mean, I do really like Ripper, minus the eye thing, but you can ignore that with the glasses, because at least the glasses stay on. I mean, of course, they're not going to stay on in a windstorm or something, but they relatively stay on. Okay, I'm less upset about this one than I was the last one. And, I do like it. I mean, I've not seen the issues a lot of people have with Buzzer. So, there's at least that. Alright, that's going to wrap up Infinite Realms for now. And I still don't have a catchphrase. So I'll just say, don't extort candy. Bad. Thank you for watching.